here. It removes the middleman, and the middleman in this particular case is the BIS and the central bank. So Bitcoin is like the Napster of money, and that's what they don't like about it.
I get what you're saying here, but one of the points is that you need to have users, and this needs to solve a problem. So
Sure.
when are we going to get to that point where we have users and that this is not just a token that's traded?
Right, of course. So think about it. I think probably the markets and price had gotten way ahead of where the technology is. Remember in 1981, the San Francisco Examiner went online, took 2.5 hours to download their newspaper. And people said, oh, this can never work to download pictures. It takes too long. That's where we are in Bitcoin. So you got to take a step back and put it in perspective. New technology, as this technology grows, you will get more users.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Shout out to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and commenting. You guys are awesome. And if you're a little concerned about the title of this video, well, guess what? So am I. And you're going to have to stick around to the end to see just what the heck is going on with this lately. Conspiracy, aliens, artificial intelligence, Satoshi Nakamoto traveling from the future. Okay, let's dive in and have a look. But before we go into the markets, I wanted to bring up a little bit of an article just to kind of talk about the positiveness in the space, although who knows, it's Bitcoin, it's volatile, but we have seen Bitcoin volatility has declined, and according to Bill Baruch, avid market watcher and CEO of Blue Line Futures, this could signify that Bitcoin's price has reached its lowest limit. So according to the post on CNBC, this indeed could be the bottom for Bitcoin. An analysis by pension partners and investment advisors shows that Bitcoin's 30-day annualized volatility has declined to around 60%. Ultimately, after its volatility has become this depressed and the cryptocurrency has lost as much as 70% from its December peak, I believe the selling has become exhausted and a bottoming process can begin. So, that's some positive news. Let's dive into the markets and see how they're reacting. If I give it a quick refresh, well, we're pretty much, we're all red today. However, which is actually kind of funny after all that. But in all honesty, it's not like we're taking big hits, 0.12, 0.16, 0.64. So pretty much we're going sideways. And yesterday we did have some really, really nice run-ups in a lot of coins as well. Some of the big movers today, we have Enigma, Ethereum Classic, Basic Attention Token. Why am I not surprised to see all three of these in the top? A lot of news coming out of Basic Attention Token where they're rolling out their ads platform that they'll pay you back. Also Ethereum Classic to be listed on Coinbase. And of course, the big news that came out of Enigma was their partnership collaboration with Intel. So if we have a look over here, some of the key aspects, they say our aim is to create the first platform for scalable end-to-end decentralized applications, and that's no easy task. Enigma is partnering with Intel on research and development efforts to advance development of privacy-preserving computation technologies. As a part of this effort, Enigma will utilize Intel SGX, or Software Guard extensions. Both Intel and Enigma are committed to solving the largest challenges facing blockchains: privacy, security, scalability. With our testnet approaching in the coming weeks, they say, and as Enigma continues to build and approach the mainnet launch of our protocol in the second half of 2018, we are tirelessly working to bring many more exciting announcements like this to our community. So congratulations to everybody holding Enigma. If you guys don't know what Enigma is, I have a video on Enigma. You can just search for it, just Crypto Zombie Enigma. I basically explain the whole thing with the secret contracts, etc. So there you go. We have a lot of partnership news today. So much to talk about. So I'll try to rapid fire as quick as I possibly can so we can just get through all of this. So the first one that we have is T-Food and Deloitte. So they have partnered with Deloitte Hungary and signed a cooperation agreement to work together in selling and implementing agri-tech and food traceability solutions in multiple countries. So when an entity plans to implement food traceability using cutting-edge technologies like blockchain, IoT, AI, or mobile, there are a lot of areas, regulations, financial, compatibility, risk management, etc. to consider. So with a partner like Deloitte, which has a history of over 170 years of value creation, T-Food can provide a compelling solution to governments and companies. So that's really great news. Excellent use for blockchain, tracing food. supply chain logistics, you know, all those types of things. We don't have to keep repeating ourselves over and over on this channel. Esprezzo, so this, or Esprezzo, I guess, because it's Z, so Esprezzo. Okay, it's coming to Vechain. So what is the significance of this? Well, the Esprezzo platform will aggregate data from multiple blockchains, smart contracts, legacy databases, oracles, and various external sources to a unified API, which provides everything needed to write applications for the next generation of the web. There's a really cool video here you guys can watch. I'll drop a link in the description, but I'm not going to play it right now to save time. Esprezzo's tools are going to include SDKs, software developer kits, okay? REST, not sure, graphic QL interfaces, API services to provide access to the leading public and private blockchain networks, a library of easy to deploy smart contracts, convenient access to real world data via oracles, and more. So that is the news coming out of Vechain and Esprezzo. Now, stellarlumens is getting ready to launch their own decentralized exchange. According to some reports, the exchange may be ready within the month, and they have plans to make changes to the core protocol. This decision to modify the protocol would change the way in which buy and sell orders are carried out on the Stellar-based trading platforms. So users will be able to buy and or sell the exact amount of currencies that they have in their wallets. It is not possible to increase that number. In this way, the new platform will be working more like a decentralized exchange. The exchange will have a functionality known as liabilities, which will be examining outbound and inbound liabilities. This would prevent further manipulation of the order book and accounts for proposing to sell or buy more than what they have in their wallets. So, you guys can definitely get excited for this. Stellar, they are just moving forward. You know, I told you guys a long time ago, Stellar was one of those blockchains that I just completely ignored. I didn't take them seriously. I just considered them to be a bit of a XRP kind of ripoff, you know, forked off of them, whatever. And now I'm realizing how amazing this platform actually is. Actually, for the past few months, I've been really interested in Stellar. I really, really like what they stand for. I like their vision, you know what I'm saying? And I like the ethics behind the company as well. They really do care about the little guy. They're very interested in figuring out how they can get payments from one end to another end, how they can increase liquidity, lots of things coming out of Stellar, and they're having apps being built on top of it as we speak right now, so definitely keep your eye on that guy. Now, yesterday we spoke about the mystery partnership coming out of QLC Chain. Well, today we finally have that. So QLC Chain and Montnets are now a joint venture to provide decentralized telecom services for enterprises. So what the heck is Montnets anyway? So they are a leading cloud communication provider with hundreds of thousands of enterprise customers and strategic partnerships with leading companies such as Baidu, Tencent, Alibaba, Bank of China, Ping An Insurance Group, China Merchants Bank, and more. So Montnets also has long-term partnership with China's top 3 operators, China Mobile, China Telecom, and China Unicom. Okay? So by combining resources from both parties, the joint ventures will promote and deploy enterprise-level adoption of blockchain-based telecommunication services. You can see a picture right here. You have Alan Lee from QLC Chain and Wensheng Yu from Montnets Group. So as the leading cloud communication service provider in China, Montnets Group has created an ecosystem to provide cloud communication for enterprises. This includes IM Cloud, Video Cloud, IoT Cloud, and Digital Cloud as well. So Susan Zhu, co-founder and COO of QLC Chain. You've probably seen her all over the place. She's literally at every single event all the time. So she says the blockchain technology will encounter massive adoptions in multiple vertical industries such as telecom, which is underpinning the whole digital economy. Montnets is a leader and veteran in cloud communication, and we are very honored to be partnered with Montnets to build the decentralized telecommunication infrastructure and provide ultimate secure mobile network services. So there you guys go. That actually is just as big of news as they said it was. It wasn't like one of those, we're going to kind of tease you about some news and then it's going to be like, meh. This is actually gigantic, and I want to say congratulations to QLC and congratulations to everybody out there holding QLC. I actually have a lot of hopes and a lot of faith in the future of this project. Let's also talk about the launch of Waves on Huobi. So the deposits have already started, so you might have seen a little bit of an increase in the Waves price a little bit. Well, I think that might have to do with a lot of this excitement as well. Moving on to some other things to talk about. So we have UTRUST joins forces with Pundi X to enable in-store payments. So, under the terms of a deal signed in Singapore today, UTRUST will commit to acquiring 1,000 units of Pundi X XPOS technology, a point-of-sale device that allows retailers to transact in, buy, and sell multiple cryptocurrencies. UTRUST has developed a groundbreaking purchase protection mechanism that can ensure the cryptocurrencies are transacted in a safe environment while securing a trust relationship between buyer and seller. The CEO of Pundi X said, partnering with UTRUST as our merchant payment settlement gateway is a substantial addition to Pundi X's XPOS and grants us a trusted provider for liquidity. Liquidity is very important, but also for customer security as well. And if that wasn't enough news, this just in, Pundi X has officially partnered with Genaro Network, enabling the XPOS device to use Genaro's innovative decentralized storage technology to process transactions as well. So bam, that's a 2-for-1 from Pundi X today. Yeah, I like Pundi X. I like those guys. They're getting it done out there. They're just keeping their head down and focusing. And that's exactly what I like to see. So also, we do have Constellation testnet video demonstration of their 3-node cluster. Not going to go too deep into this, guys, but if you're interested, you can come to this. I will leave a link in the description. You are more than welcome to look at this as well. And if you guys haven't seen, I did do an interview with Ben Jorgensen, the COO, and Ryle Gohausen, the VP of Engineering. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about Constellation Labs, Constellation, how it works, the DAG, everything, get involved, check it out, boom, there you go, link in description. Now, for everyone out there that's holding Icon, if it's on an exchange right now, you are not going to be able to withdraw or deposit it. They are currently doing their 8 million mainnet token swap right now. So you can trade, for example, if you're on Binance, you can trade Icon because it's essentially an IOU system, right? But you cannot physically deposit or withdraw. So we've been waiting for this for quite some time. It's finally happening. So that is that. Now, independent review confirms all Tether backed by USD. I'm skipping this story because I don't care. So next we have Bloomberg adds Huobi launched crypto index to its terminal. So this is really cool because for a while they were very hesitant about adding these different crypto indexes, different crypto exchanges. They were very hesitant, and recently we've seen Huobi be added, which I think is big. I'm a huge proponent of Huobi. I'm not a fan of the fact that they're not cool with the U.S. citizen thing right now. But that's with all crypto. I mean, US, we can't get on this exchange. We can't get on that exchange. We can't buy ICOs. We can't, it sucks. But I'm just saying, from an objective point of view, I think Huobi's going to do very well. Also, we have the Winklevoss brothers acquiring crypto ETF patent. So we've been talking about ETFs. It's something that we've been looking to get involved in cryptocurrencies. If you guys aren't aware of what an ETF is, it's essentially an exchange traded fund. You can easily Google that and find out what it is. But for the most part, we'll have to see how that goes. I think right now they're only offering it to just themselves and a few close friends. But if this does roll out to something larger, could it be good for crypto? It could be good for crypto. I mean, it all depends. It all depends. I mean, Bitcoin futures came out and that wasn't so good. Will the ETFs be better? Probably. I would be a lot happier if they actually get involved in the crypto themselves. You know, I don't like futures because you're basically just doing it cash settled on the outside. That's not really helping us. You're basically just betting, right? So if the ETFs come in, could it be a potentially positive thing? It could be. It absolutely could be. So let's talk about this one kind of negative situation that happened. It's not really negative, actually. It's kind of a good thing in a way. So you have the SEC. They received additional emergency court order to freeze assets of Dominant LaCroix, owner of Plex Corp, in an ongoing enforcement action. The SEC has previously sued LaCroix for security fraud and received an emergency asset freeze order as of December last year. Now, if you guys don't remember, you guys know there was a lot of ICOs last year, a lot of scams. We had BitConnect, right? Plex Coin was one of them. And I remember I had people telling me, You got to get in on PlexCoin. PlexCoin's amazing. They have all these great partnerships. Actually, let me scroll down to the part where it says the defendants had misled investors by falsely claiming that the company had partnered with Visa and MasterCard to issue virtual currency debit cards. So that's what they were saying. They were saying it's going to be like the crypto bank. They're talking you're going to have 1,000% ROI. Everybody, and I looked at it and I was just like, this is, like you look at something and you're like, this is just too good to be true. It's just too good to be true. Well, it was too good to be true. In fact, it was illegal. So there you go. Now, do not attempt to adjust your monitor. There is absolutely nothing wrong with your screen. You are inside of the brain of Satoshi Nakamoto. We are... Okay, I can't even take this seriously, guys. So anyway, this is 21e8.com. What is the significance of this website? What is the significance of the name of my video? I still don't know, but I'm going to share with you what I do know, and I hope that you can potentially help me to understand this a little better as well. So it all kind of starts with this article that came out on Medium, and this is it right here. So there's this hashtag on Twitter going around. I'm not going to say that, but it's hashtag blah, 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 all that, right? So it starts off saying, I stumbled upon Andrew DeSantis' Twitter. Now, if you don't know who that is, it's this Twitter right here, Bitcoin Jeff, still the same kids, Tarantino. He created a quantum computer called DEO Song, or DEO Song. Okay, so that's enough to get started. So basically, here it is right here. Now, he says, this has to do with the leading zeros in the beginning of the block hash. Just like in the Genesis block, which remains unsolved, and just as importantly, the 21E800 trailing the first 18 digits, 21E8, is important because it signifies an exceptionally simple theory of everything. Often referred to as E8 theory. It's a physics preprint proposing a basis for unified field theory, which attempts to describe all known fundamental interactions in physics and to stand as a possible theory of everything. And we're just getting started. Now, this is crazy, guys. I'm going to drop this. You guys can read through all this. So, this event is improbable by chance, and whoever created this block would have needed leagued more computing power, I think that might be a misspell, than the current hash rate. From the tweet below, with 1 exahash per second, it would have taken 2,512 years to predetermine the first 24 characters here. So, DeSantis, right, he's been working on a quantum computer based on Bitcoin called DEOS, I think it's called. His website is, of course, as cryptic as everything he posts. So this block hash potentially confirms the idea that whatever he's been working on has successfully been accomplished. So could it be Satoshi giving us a message? Some are hypothesizing that they are uses to that there are uses to Bitcoin that haven't been unveiled yet, and that the implication of this is too large to even be realized by present day. So then you have Young Deleuze on Twitter saying, so you can't fake math or probabilities. It could have been random chance, but if it's not, the only reasonable possibilities are that a functioning quantum computer exists or that time travel works. So, excluding time travel, some people say essentially Bitcoin is beginning a new life cycle. What that means, I don't know, and I'm not sure what that means and what it has to do with anything. Which then led us to this diagram down here that says somebody asked, what are the odds of that block being produced? And this was Andrew's response. Now, he basically breaks it down. Here's the vanity column, the difficulty column, and the average time. So essentially, he breaks it down that if you were to come down to one Bitcoin ether address don't send, now this is just something he used as a place, as an example, okay? The difficulty would be 1.6209E plus 47, which is basically the equivalent of 3.3 decillion years? I don't even know how many years that is. Decillion. That's, I mean, wow. I don't know. It's a really long time. It's basically it's improbable. And then the stranger part is that they say the etymology of Satoshi Nakamoto is effectively broken down into awoken by being at the source. And here is where they broke it down from. So you have Satoro, which means to be awake or aware or enlightened. It's a verb from which the noun word is Satori, and then related first name is Satoshi. Nakamoto is a rather rather common Japanese family name, which is usually not always, but 80% of the time written as that character, the first character meaning at the center or inside, and the second character meaning at the origin, which would essentially translate into awoken by being at the source. So I don't know what you guys think about this. I mean, is this just a lot of crazy speculation? Are we overanalyzing everything? Is this just people being people? Or do you think this actually means something? Was it all part of the plan? Is Satoshi Nakamoto some AI from the future? Is he a time traveler? Is Bitcoin AI? Is it self-aware? Is there more to Bitcoin than we really know? I don't know. I mean, as far as figuring out what things mean, I mean, I could do it too. Look, Satoshi Nakamoto. It's not that hard. I mean, you can find coincidences anywhere, right, guys? So I don't know. That's the crazy story. Drop a link in the description. Let me know. Well, you could drop a link. You could drop a comment. Just let me know if you guys know what the heck is going on with this. Does it matter? Is it just some crazy concept? I don't know. It's intriguing. I'm confused. This website is absolutely crazy. And yeah, that's about it for today, guys. So that being said, today is Thursday. We are one day closer to the weekend. It sounds like there's a lot of positivity in the space. I'm feeling pretty good about things. I don't know about you. You know, oh, by the way, guys, today's the first day of summer. You guys know that? It's the longest day of the year. Well, for me it is. I don't know. I guess it depends on where you are on the globe. So yeah. That being said, guys, I want to say thank you so much for coming back to my channel. You guys are freaking amazing. Yeah, if you guys want, I have a very special live stream going on tonight. I think you'll enjoy it. That being said, my name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.